All right, ready to dive in. Today, we're all about you, the e-commerce entrepreneur. And let's be real, you're probably dealing with a ton of customer questions. Emails, social media, live chat, it never stops. So how do you keep up and keep those customers happy?
The million-dollar question,
Seriously. So we're going to see if Gorgias, this help desk platform we keep hearing about, is the answer. We're digging into the features, the pricing, what users actually think, all of it. By the end of this, you'll know if Gorgias is the key to e-commerce customer support heaven or just another platform that overpromises.
Right. Got to separate the hype from the reality.
Exactly. So Gorgias is a help desk platform, but with a twist, right?
Yeah.
They're all about this AI-powered customer experience, specifically for e-commerce.
And what's interesting is they didn't start out trying to build this big, fancy platform.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
They actually started with a simple goal, helping people write emails faster.
Okay, I can get behind that. I've definitely
Yeah.
spent way too long trying to craft the perfect email reply.
Haven't we all? But they realized that a lot of their users were customer support agents just swamped with messages.
Ah, so they saw a need and went for it.
Precisely. They tailored their platform to that pain point, and, well, here we are.
And they've got some big names on their client list too, right? Steve Madden, Glossier, that's impressive.
Definitely a good sign.
Yeah, but before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about why a tool like Gorgias is even necessary in the first place.
It boils down to the ever-growing demands of online shoppers.
Oh, 100%.
E-commerce is booming, which is great, but customer expectations are higher than ever.
So true, like instant gratification, but for customer service.
Exactly. People want answers now, seamless experiences, whether they're emailing, on social media, or using live chat.
And don't forget about texting. Add that to the mix.
Right. And that's the challenge Gorgias is trying to solve, helping businesses keep up with those expectations without running their support teams into the ground.
It's like juggling, but with a million different customer channels. Speaking of which, one term we keep seeing is omni-channel support, which sounds a little jargony. Can you break that down for us?
Sure. Imagine all your customer conversations from every platform all in one central hub. Emails, live chat, social media, all organized and in one place.
Okay, so no more jumping between a million tabs trying to keep track of everything.
Exactly. Much simpler.
That sounds amazing. I can feel my stress levels decreasing just thinking about it. But it gets even more interesting for e-commerce because Gorgias integrates directly with platforms like Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, and more.
Right. And that's where it gets powerful.
So it's not just about seeing a message, you get the context too.
Exactly. Your support agents can see a customer's order history, modify orders, even issue refunds, all without leaving Gorgias.
Wow, that's a serious time saver. Speaking of streamlining things, let's talk about automation, because that seems to be where Gorgias really shines. What kind of automation are we talking about here? Give me the details.
Okay, so they've got all this omni-channel stuff and automation, but can it really handle things when it's dealing with real customers? That's where I get a little skeptical.
I hear that. User reviews are key. We've got G2, Capterra, Trustpilot, a good mix.
So are people loving Gorgias or asking for refunds?
It's mostly positive, but there are a few things.
Yeah.
People really like the e-commerce integrations, especially for Shopify.
Makes sense. They're a perfect match.
Right. And people say it's easy to use once you get the hang of it, and that the automation really saves time. We're talking about being able to answer customer questions way faster.
That's what we like to hear. Time saved is money saved, or even earned, right? But you said there were a few things.
Well, the pricing, it can be expensive if you have a lot of customer questions. We'll get into the details later, but it's something to keep in mind.
Okay, good to know. Anything else I should know about? The other thing is there's a bit of a learning curve, especially with the automation features.
So it's not just setting it and forgetting about it.
Exactly. You got to put in some work to learn how it works and set it up to get the most out of it.
I guess it's more like work smarter, not harder. You put in the time and then automation takes over.
Exactly.
So for our listeners, it sounds like Gorgias isn't some magic solution for all your customer service problems, but it could be a game changer, especially if you're drowning in customer questions. Okay, enough teasing. How much does it cost? Give me the pricing breakdown.
All right, so the Gorgias 2024 review we have explains the different plans. They've got options from super basic to enterprise level.
Walk me through it.
So the starter plan is $10 a month,
Amazing. Sign me up.
but it only includes 50 tickets a month. If you get more questions than that, you'll have to upgrade.
The fine print. Okay, good to know. So maybe good if you're just starting out, but not if you have a lot of customers already.
Right. Then there's basic, which is $60 a month for 300 tickets. It's still pretty affordable. and you get the basics like omnichannel support and some automation.
Okay, so that's where it starts to get interesting. What about if you're ready to go all in on automation and really streamline things?
The Pro plan is where it gets good. It's $360 a month for 2,000 tickets. You get more advanced automation features and integrations with all the big platforms, Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, all of them.
Okay, so for someone serious about customer support, Pro sounds like the sweet spot. What about the advanced plan?
Advanced is $900 a month for 5,000 tickets. This one's for bigger businesses with multiple brands and lots of customers.
Definitely not for everyone. And then there's the enterprise plan. That's got to be for businesses with more customer inquiries than they know what to do with.
You got it. Custom pricing, dedicated account managers, all that good stuff.
Okay, that's a lot of numbers. One thing I'm wondering about is this ticket system. For those of us who don't speak help desk, what counts as a ticket?
Basically, any new conversation with a customer. An email, a chat, a DM, those are all separate tickets.
Okay, that makes sense. So the more questions you get, the more expensive it gets. Something to think about. But how does Gorgias's pricing compare to its competitors? Is it more expensive because of all these fancy features? That's what I'm wondering. You're paying for more than just any old help desk, right?
Exactly. It's a whole different thing. They're laser focused on e-commerce, and they're betting on those integrations and the revenue tracking to make it worth it for online businesses.
Okay, this revenue tracking, I got to know more. What is that?
So get this. Gorgias can actually track if a customer contacts them with a question about a product and then buys it.
Hold on, it's like a CRM built in.
Exactly. It shows you the ROI of good customer service. You can see how much revenue your team brings in by solving issues and answering questions.
That's huge. Any e-commerce business would love that data. It's not just about making people happy, it's about the bottom line.
Exactly. And that's what makes Gorgias different. They're not just managing conversations, they're helping you make those conversations really count.
Okay, I get it. But let's be real, not every business has tons of money to throw around. How does the pricing compare to competitors?
It's a mixed bag. Gorgias can be a bit pricier than some of those more general help desk platforms like Zendesk or Freshdesk.
Right, those are big names.
But you get what you pay for. Those are basic. They don't have those e-commerce features and insights.
So it's about figuring out what's important to your business. Saving a few bucks or really investing in e-commerce.
100%.
All right, we've covered a lot. We talked omnichannel support, automation, pricing. So for our listeners, what are the main takeaways?
The big thing is that Gorgias helps e-commerce businesses give great customer experiences that get real results.
I like it. So bottom line, is it worth it?
That depends. It depends on your business, your budget, how serious you are about customer support.
Yeah.
It's not a one-size-fits-all thing.
Makes sense. But for those who are drowning in customer questions and want to streamline everything, it might be perfect.
Totally.
And there you have it, another deep dive in the books. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go dream about automated customer support and perfect integrations. See you next time.